Hi, you guys. Can you introduce yourself? Like, what exactly you are and what is your requirement? May I know that one, please? Hello.
Hi. Yeah, hi. This is Murthy. I have
Okay.
10 plus years of IT experience and currently I'm working on Selenium testing actually.
Oh, okay. Okay. You're working on
I am
Selenium,
looking
right?
for change.
Oh, great. Fine, fine, fine. So you are to move to that integration platform side, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Great to hear. Okay, fine. Who is Mr. Bhaskar and what Vani? May I know
Yeah,
that
Nikhil,
one, please?
this is Bhaskar.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm a talent acquisition partner for 6 years. I'm looking for an IT role.
Great to hear.
Yeah, as an IT sales, I'm working as an IT sales manager, looking for an IT as a recruitment as an IT.
Okay,
This
okay,
basic level.
okay, fine. It's great to hear you such great people. And may I know who is Vani? Is it okay?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, this is Vani. I'm new to the software side. Presently, I'm
Mm-hmm,
working in Amazon.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm looking
As,
for
as,
technical side.
oh, okay, right, great.
Thank
So
you.
fine, it's okay, and right, okay. So nice to meet you, all of you people, and moreover, just let me explain let me tell you so who I am. So actually, I'm working as a project manager come agile coach in one of the MNC and on integration platform. So I have that one total experience on IT side is not less than, or else you can say that one like it's a 25 plus years of experience on total completely IT side. So now I'm just working with one of the international bank organization as a project manager come as a coach. So and previously I was worked as like a dev side on Java, and moreover right now working on supporting to the team like on MuleSoft. So this is my experience, and moreover nowadays the MuleSoft is so great to hear about this particular technology. It's very growing because in 2018 the Salesforce company acquired this MuleSoft corporation. So that's what because of the Salesforce like CRM, one of the great software in this world, CRM software, that company acquired from there onwards like that the rapidly growing, just what we can able to identify in that MuleSoft side. So now here, first of all, let me give you what is the integration platform, what exactly it is, because most of the people what attracting towards to that integration platform side. But I don't know how far you are good at the technology side, but it is people misunderstanding like what there is no coding in the MuleSoft. No, no, no. It's not no coding. It's low coding. So that point you have to understand. Minimum programming requirement is compulsory here. Minimum in the sense like at least 20 to 30% of programming is required. And that too, that is what MuleSoft is Java based platform. Yes, it is developed on the Java only. So if you have Java knowledge, it's quite better because as Murthy told that he has the Selenium, so automatically he has the knowledge on the core Java. I'm talking about core Java only, not at all like advanced Java or some other one. If you have advanced Java or some other frameworks, it's quite happy. But minimum knowledge is what little bit of oops concepts and what is exception handling. Likewise, this is like what minimum things required. So, what is the duration? Anybody is asking that. I can say it is not less than 45 sessions required, compulsory. Okay, so that's what like in the meantime, just I want to show you my screen here. You please try to watch that. Yeah, can you respond? Like, can you able to see my screen?
Yes, we can see.
Yeah, fine, thank you. And now coming here, like, so when you are working with this MuleSoft, particularly like here, MuleSoft, we can say three parts, like what, three categories or whatever it is. Number one is any point studio. That is the first category of the MuleSoft. And the second one is, right, another one is what? RAML, RAML. So this is for what? API purpose, application programming interface purpose. And the third one is, right, this is the actual programming is required. That is called as what? Database. It is nothing but what previously we were called as like what? MEL, like what? Mule expression language. But it's like what? A shortcut of the programming. We don't want that much of like what? Lengthy statements. Like shortcut programming style we are going for. That's the reason we are using the expression language concept here. So what is expression language and some other one we can able to see that. And first of all, here by using the Anypoint Studio, you can design the application. So design the application in the sense like I give you, for example, like what it is application. Just imagine that. And by using like this, here you can put down some of the components like this. This is called as what? Designing. Just example wise I'm talking about. Okay. This kind of designing is possible by using what? Anypoint Studio. And suppose like if you want to send your request to, suppose for example here, I want to send my request to some other website, then time like what? RAML is useful. That is what? API. Suppose whenever the request is bringing some of the data, like what? In the XML format or some other format, to convert that, I have to go for database. This is the complete story. This is what happening in the MuleSoft, right? This is like bird's eye view I just given over there. Like if you are not understanding, I'm so happy because you are trying to understand that. Whenever the new concept you are trying to understand, definitely like it's not understandable, but at least 1 to 2% understanding also, it's more than happy to me. Since the first point is Anypoint Studio, right? Designing this. This is what? Communication purpose. This is what? Conversion purpose. That's all. These three are the core of the MuleSoft. That's it. Right? And the next one is what exactly the meaning of integration platform? Like most of the people asking the question, sir, what is the integration platform? What do you meaning of, I mean, what do you mean of that? Like, how can you say that the integration? Yes, I tell you one small example here like this, okay. Here I have to say that like yatra.com like this, okay. I can say what? Yatra.com like this and watch. When you go for this yatra.com or maybe whatever it is, like what say IRCTC or so many like websites are available here. What is this? Yes, this is the best example of what? Integration. Please try to understand. Integration means what? Combining together different applications like on a unique platform. You are combining together. That is called as what? Integration. The best example for integration is what? India. India is what? Integrated country. What does it mean? Different religions, people are what? Living here together. That is integration. Here also, what is integration? Yes, flights is what? One kind of application. Hotels is what? Another kind of application. Okay. Suppose, for example, here what? Like what? Say villas. That is another kind. Like these applications are combining together on this platform, on the Atra, then we can say what? It is integration, right? So not only this one, why should you go for Yatra? You should go for what? Your Paytm, your Phone Pay, your Google Pay, what not? Recently, Tata also what introduced the new app, right? So what all these are? Yes, Paytm only paying like what the financial transactions? No, not at all. In addition to that, it is providing what like tickets booking, some kind of services like what credit card payments. Of course, those are also coming out of financial services, but it's like what the core business apart from the core business. That is Paytm core business apart from that. So what all these are? Integrations. Okay, different combining together, we are going for what? Integrations, right? That is what the power of integration platform. You might be asking, sir, like if it is integration, what is the problem, right? See, if it is integration, why you are talking about integration? What is the problem? The problem is what? Suppose you are talking about the flights. It is giving what? Okay, New Delhi to Bombay. Okay, fine. I just give what like what non-stop flights or some other one. Yes, I want to go for such flights. Like it will be going on what searching different flights here. Like what? This is what is that one? AirAsia, Indigo, right? Okay, like what? Here is some other one. What? Go Fast, some other. What all these are? So AirAsia server is different, Indigo servers are different, and Go First servers are different. This is a completely different picture here. Okay, previously, best example is what like IRCTC. IRCTC means what? Right? Railway reservation. That is only meant for what? Railway reservation. That's all. But now, even that IRCTC is also changed their own business style. They will be going for what? The cabs booking or some other buses booking, whatever it is. Now the entire world is moving on what? Integrations. That's why we wanted the integration platform developers or else like what? Programmers. There is a lack of that what? The resources. Okay. Suppose for example, if I go for Google, I just type it here. Okay. Just see that one. See, I just wanted to go for what? Okay. MuleSoft. Just a minute. I just give you like what? Okay. There's nothing but what? MuleSoft jobs, right? MuleSoft job. Okay. Let's check it out. See how many jobs are there. Like what? So many. It's not like what? See, it's a 2 days back or 13 days, 13 hours ago. Like if you have LinkedIn, you can check out that. So how many job postings are available on the MuleSoft? Because this is the market leader. So many jobs are available. If you put that 2.5, it's more than enough. And don't go beyond the limit. Like what you want to go for 3 years, 4 years. No, don't do like that. You better to have it 2.5. It's more than enough. And so that is sufficient. What the platform side, and you can get what the required salary, whatever you want, right? Okay. So anyhow, coming to this, like what? These are what? Different servers. Okay, fine. This is the flight scenario. Suppose like what? I don't want to flight. I want to go for what? The hotels. Yes, you can come back here and see this. Okay. What do you want? Yes, this time I want like what? Villas or stays. Yes. You click on that. It is asking what do you want. This is also going. Yes, I can say it's what? It's integration platform. Okay, so in this integration, what exactly the MuleSoft is doing, then I will discuss with you. Right, come down. See here, like I just wanted to go for the new one. Okay, right? Yes, come on. Yeah, this is what I have to say. Right, the middle of that. Yes, yatra.com like this. I just put it down. Okay, right. So this yatra.com flight purpose, okay, flight services purpose, it will be interacting with what? So many servers. Just think of that. So many servers it is interacting with that. What so many servers? Yes, first of all, I have to say that on what? Air India. So it is interacting with what? Air India server. And what is that? Here is what? Like what? What is that? Indigo server. Okay, like this. So many, Indigo and Air Asia likewise. Okay, Air Asia, right, cool. Now what happens, see, when this yatra.com is communicating with this Air India, okay, yes, I repeat the words here, the technical words, the yatra.com website is trying to connect with the Air India server, right? Definitely we required what? The communication. Yes, without communication, how it is possible? Definitely communication is required. The yatra.com will be sending information or request to what Air India, I want so and so flights. Yes, immediately what happens? Yes, then it is what the Air India is giving a response to that, like what it is giving here. But the point is what? Air India is supporting, listen carefully, Air India is supporting what? FTP server protocol. Yes, FTP protocol. It is supporting. Maybe what? This time what is here like what? Your AirAsia. Yes, the AirAsia is giving what? Communicating by using what? Yes, some other protocol. Okay, right? Suppose like what? You are going for SFTP and here is what? I can go for what? SMTP protocol like this. Okay, I'll be going for what? SMTP protocol. Imagine that the problem is what? Yes, that is what? Communicating that and it is giving you the information. No problem. Tomorrow, Air India modified what? Yes, Babu. Today onwards, we are not using FTP protocol to exchange the data, to transport the data. We are using some other protocol. I hope so. You are understanding my point, right? So, like what? Here, tomorrow onwards, not FTP. Yes, we are not going for what? Normal FTP. We are going for what? Secured SFTP, like this. I hope so you are understanding that. That is separate protocol. SMTP separate and SFTP separate. That is what secured file transfer protocol. Then what to do? Yes. Did you understand my point? Tomorrow, Air India server or Air India management has took one decision like what? Today onwards, no FTP protocol communication, only SFTP protocol communication we are supporting. Whoever the websites like what changed as SFTP, then only communicate with us, otherwise don't communicate. Then what? We have to take the necessary steps on the yatra.com side. Can you respond please, anybody? First of all, did you understand what I'm talking?
Yes, Nikhil. I think we need to change the protocols, right? Earlier, as part of Air India, we used to use FTP. Now, the organization has been changed the protocol to SMTP, like or some other SFTP.
Yeah, perfect. So my point is what? Who has to be changed like what? Air India has to be changed the coding or Yatra.com has to change the code?
Yatra.
Yeah.
Perfect answer. That is what? Because Air India is that what the company which is giving the information. Who will be taking Yatra.com? So Yatra.com has to change that particular code. Right? Okay, fine. So the issue is what here in this particular yatra.com, we have to change it as what? The coding is what? SFTP. Okay, fine, good. Right? Point number one, please note down this SFTP. Suppose AirAsia also changed as what? SMTP to some other protocol like what? Best example like what? This time it is going for what? FTP. Then what to do? It is also yatra.com has to change that one as what? FTP or not? Yes, 100% it has changed it. That is point number one. Now, like this connecting to Air India or otherwise what the flight reservations, not only yatra.com, so many websites are there. What those are like what? For example, you can go for what? Make my trip. Okay. You have to go for what? Makemytrip.com. Then what happens? These people also wanted to what? Communicate with that what? Air India. Then what is the problem here? Previously, yes, make my trip also previously what? FTP communication, but now they have to modify it as what? SFTP, right? They have to modify it as what? SFTP. Okay, and in the same way, make my trip also what? Communicating with what? AirAsia. Okay, so previously what? That was on SMTP, and right now what? FTP. So what to do? Yes, Babu, like what? Modifications are not only on the yatra.com side. This make my trip people also has to modify that particular code. Is it right or wrong? Can you respond, please? First of all, did you understand what I am explaining that? Two companies has to change their codings, right?
Ye-
Is it right or wrong?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
definitely. No, our sessions are what? Interactive sessions. Please try to understand that because, like I am talking, you are listening. No, not like that. Because I want to just make you people part of like what training, so that like some questions are asking. Please try to respond. That. Forget about that one. That is a demo or some other one. Just your understanding or not. Please respond. If not understanding, I'll repeat once again. Right. So yatra.com and as well as what make my trip, both people has to change the code. Definitely. Not only this one, some other companies are there. They have to modify it or not. Definitely. Now, what is the solution? And what is the problem here? Please tell me that. What is the problem, first of all? Can anybody imagine that? What is the problem here? No? No problem. You can share your views. No issues. First of all, did you understand the problem or not? If this is understanding, why MuleSoft you are understanding immediately. Next minute itself, we can
Yeah.
understand what exactly the specialty of MuleSoft.
For
Please tell me.
example, Yatra or
Hmm.
Make My Trip, these are the business applications, and we need to integrate with different businesses like Air India, Indigo, Air Asia,
Okay.
for example.
Hmm, hmm, hmm. Now, what is the problem? Okay, business model or revenue model or business applications, that is a different case. But my point is what? Yatra.com has to take the modifications. At the same time, Make My Trip also has to modify that particular modifications. Not only Make My Trip, some other companies also there who are providing the flight reservation, they also have to modify this one. Previously, I told one problem. What is that? Whenever protocol modified or whenever modifications are done, the companies has to modify that one also. Problem number two, what? Not only the modification in the same company, but also what? Different companies. Please try to understand the problem is what? Redundancy. Did you understand my point? Redundancy. What is redundancy here? Whatever the code you modified in the yatra.com, same kind of code you have to develop in what? Make my trip that
Make
employees
My Trip.
also.
Right.
You got my point.
Yep.
Might be companies are different, but the programmer work is same or not?
Yes,
Same.
Nikhil.
Definitely. You have to go for what? Code reviews, and you have to go for like what? Like refactoring of the coding, everything is you have to do that. Okay. Not only that one, see, even these companies also have to modify that. So instead of that, I need a mediator. All right. I need what? Mediator. This mediator what has? Yes, this mediator has what? Back connectors like this. Connectors are nothing but what? Predefined programs here. Okay. So what this connector is? Yes, this connector is what? Connecting SFTP or also like what? FTP, like that, so and so, so and so, so and so. Then what is the specialty of this one? Yes, this yatra.com, no need to concentrate on the protocol. It will be communicating with what? This corresponding MuleSoft. And this will be communicating with this. The corresponding transportation or else like communication conversions, everything will be taken care by what? This MuleSoft.
Mm.
This is advantage number one. Is it right understanding?
Yes, Nikhil.
Yes. Okay. Shall I repeat or not necessary?
Not considered. We can move.
Right. So that is advantage number one. Advantage number two, right? What? See, yatra.com website is communicating from the clients like what? Different ways. Like what? See, this is like PC, desktop, or others like what? Lappy or what? This is iPod, this is what? Mobile. So different kind of like what? Requests are coming to yatra.com, right? This is problem number two. Might be this is what PC is coming in what like what a bigger request format, whereas when comparing with mobile, that is giving what another style of what format, because comparing to PC, mobile is what having what a small format. That's the reason I can say this is what XML format, or you can say this is what like might be CSV format. I mean to say comma separated value format, or else like what XML means what extensible markup language, like this format. Suppose some other like what iPod or some other, they are following what some JSON format, right? These formats have come up like this, but this Air India will be providing what only in the JSON format. Think of like that. Air India will be providing JSON format data only, not some other one. Think of like this example. So what happens? This iPod people can be interacting with that directly by using the JSON. But what about the XML? And what about the CSV? These people contacting the MuleSoft, and this is providing what? Conversions. So any protocol to any protocol communication, and moreover what? Any format to any format conversion, both are done very easily by using what? MuleSoft. Hoping to understanding my point. Right? Two advantages, Andy. Two advantages. One is what communication is done easily, and then what number two, conversions are like what transformations can be done very easily because all our predefined programs are there. You can just take it and just what convert it. So that's what that is the beauty of the MuleSoft. XML to JSON conversion or JSON to CSV conversion. It's a matter of specifications only. That's it. It's a matter of specification. You specify, immediately it's converted. That's it. Nothing else. Related to that, you can write down a few lines of coding. That is like what you can say low code. That is the actual scenario of the MuleSoft. MuleSoft, what doing? Anybody asking, you can say like transport as well as what? Transform. The 2 points, please. Remaining are okay, but the sole concept of the MuleSoft is what? Yes, it can be transporting, it can be transforming easily. That's all. Now you can ask me questions, whatever you want. I hope so you got my point. No?
Yes, Nikhil. Actually, coming to the MuleSoft, coming to Java, .NET, whatever it is, they are using to develop a front-end UI. It's a MuleSoft like that. Do we have any front-end UI or in the
No,
part
no,
of
no.
just?
MuleSoft or MuleSoft always middleware.
Okay, okay,
It's never having any kind of front end or some other front end technologies like what you can go for mean stack or man stack, whatever it is, that is separate. And I give you that complete scenario in the real time, like what, how it is looking like that. Please try to understand. Here, I just wanted to give you like what, maybe think of that one. There are so many clients are like what, this is client side, maybe front end side. I'm talking about client, right? Okay. When I'm talking about a
okay.
client, you can say it's a front end, right? Okay. So now here I want a middle one, and here I want a separate one. Here I want like what, yeah, yeah, I can put down like this, the boxes, right? Think of that one DB servers, okay, right? And here what, one more DB server likewise, and then I can say, okay, in the meantime, I can specify, okay, fine. I can specify like this. This is what is this? Cloud. Is it visible at least a little bit? Or shall I increase the font size?
Yeah, we can. It's visible. Yep.
Yeah, that is what cloud, and this is what client. Now, what about this one? This is middleware. Yes, exactly. This is what? Yeah, this is also middleware. No problem. This is also what? Middleware. Hmm. Both are middlewares. And what about this? Yes, boss, generally in real-time scenarios, we can be going for what? Java. And what about this? Yes, we can go for integration side, that is what? MuleSoft. So what happens if you have any kind of like what front end or some other one, you can say like here is what it's maybe JavaScript, it is what a mean stack, or else like what it is what main stack, okay, and you can say like what JavaScript, whatever it is, like what VB script, your wish, okay. I hope so. You know that one mean stack, right? Like what MongoDB, Express.js, and then what AngularJS, and then what Node.js. That is what mean stack, right? I can say that mean stack. Okay. If it is main stack, same. That is what. But R means React.js. Okay. Based on that, whatever you want, you can go for that. So requests are like what, taken care by the corresponding what this one, and finally it is reaching to Java side. Java, what doing here? Java is only purely controller. Yes, it is checking the performances. Performances tuning purpose, we can go for Java. Like what? Java portion side, I can say the word that is what? A servlet like this. Might be like what? People not related to technology might be confusion, but I'm just giving you complete scenario. Tomorrow, what exactly you want to do? Tomorrow, like what? This mean stack with Java, that is not your part, Andy. Your part is what? MuleSoft only. That's it. And in this cloud, what should I do? Yes, I can say what. I hope so you heard about that one. What is this word? AWS.
AWS.
Or the competitor? AWS competitor. Azure.
Yeah, Azure. Yep.
Yeah, that is what. It's like what Azure like, and AWS means what? Amazon Web Services. Right? So here we have that one more component also, that is what? S3. That is what S3 is nothing but simple storage service, just like Oracle type, database type. So anybody is interested, like what from this Java, we can go for what? This MuleSoft, and then MuleSoft to what? Yes, you want to connect to S3, or you want to connect with what? The DB. This is what DB and like whatever you want, you can go for a DB. Whatever you just go there like this. That's all. As simple as that. Now, to store the data in this S3, you want to change the protocol, or you want to change the transforming, whatever you want, you can your wish. Okay. So now here is what? Java to this side, what coming? Request coming, that's it. But the MuleSoft style, what to do? Like you can check out the request protocol, you can check out the request, what is that one? Data format. Based on that, you can convert. Now everybody wanted this one. Since what? Suppose if MuleSoft is not there, what is the problem? Can you tell me that one, please? If MuleSoft is not there, what is the problem? Yes, anybody?
I think we need to connect as per the client needs. Every client we
Yes,
need to set up
exactly.
some
Perfect. Like what?
individual.
Suppose, see, I cannot predict that one. The client request is coming from normal PC. Sometimes the client request is coming from CRM also. Sometimes the request is coming from SAP also. Sometimes the request is coming from
Yes.
Hadoop also. Like if at all the MuleSoft is not available, we have to write the code. The boilerplate coding, we have to write down that instead of this MuleSoft. Previously, we were doing like that only. At the time of what? EJB might be like 10 years of experience. People might be, you heard about that one, EJB, Enterprise Java Beans, once upon a time. Okay, so people are using the EJB to convert one data format to another data format. To overcome this problem, next one, the people are introduced like what? Corba, like what is that? Common Object Request Broker Architecture. That was old story, like around 2003, 2004, likewise. But now 2021, we are not having that much of patience to write the entire coding, like pages of coding, or like what? Hundreds of lines of coding. That people are separate, but we are at what? Like middleware side, a MuleSoft side. So for your easy understanding purpose, I can say that like what? See, this is Java coding. If you want to write, I can say easiest purpose. That is what? Okay. This is, what is this? Curry preparation. If you want to prepare a recipe, what? You have to start from the beginning. That is Java coding. And what about this MuleSoft? Can you give me one example based on this curry preparation? I hope so. You might seen that one in so many areas in Hyderabad, in every gully. What's that? What's that? Purchasing the curries.
Yep.
Curry point.
Curry point.
Yes, yes, exactly. Curry point. Or else, if curry points are not at all not interested, then what? Chinese fast food is there. So short time and just what? Completing the task. Once upon a time, we don't have that much of a problem or some other one. Yes, definitely, I prepared like what my career and go to that one like Amirpet and taking the coaching and then what attending the interviews. But now what? Everything has been changed. Like what? Hybrid model. Okay. Yes, join the online course and just what? Post your resume in the Naukri. That's it. Same day. So now everything is going on like that. Most probably, like what? See, now you just observe certain proxies. Okay, most of the people join on the proxies itself also. Okay, that is different case. But here my point is what? This is our area. This point you please don't forget. Yes, what? This is our area. Okay, whether you know Java or not, I don't want. Okay, I don't want this scenario. Okay, I want this particular scenario on like what you have to learn the MuleSoft and you want to go for like what continuously. Then there is one more is there. I want to write down that software is what? I hope so. You heard about this. What
Yeah,
it is?
DevOps.
Yes.
DevOps. Yes, exactly. Using DevOps, I can go for what? Like this. What is that?
CI/CD migrate. Yep.
Compulsory. That is what CI/CD pipelines and then what? Little bit knowledge on the AWS or Azure.
Okay.
So, if you want to become a MuleSoft developer, must and should you have the knowledge on database queries, like what Oracle query, like SQL query, how to write that one, like what select start from EMP, create table like that. At least minimum knowledge on that, and then what DevOps little bit knowledge, AWS little bit knowledge. I'm not talking about that one. Go and learn the AWS. No, not necessary. Just what you can check out that one. What are the components are required? Because most of the times MuleSoft is interacting with AWS only using the cloud concept. In the meantime, we can go for what like CVS means what version controlling purpose. We can go for GitHub and some other like we are using. So at the same time, DevOps side we can go for what Jenkins, Docker. That is like when you put the 2.5, these are compulsory. And without this, you want to attend the interviews, please. You cannot survive in the interviews. Though the job has come, you cannot survive in the job. What you have to know, MuleSoft you have to know, MuleSoft completely, DevOps little bit idea, AWS little bit idea, and then what database queries little bit idea. It's more than enough. This is what I want to tell you related to this. You are ready for this particular scenario, please welcome. I hope so that when I just given that complete picture. Right. In real life, can I say that one anybody MuleSoft type of people? Why not? In real life, you can observe that particular MuleSoft people, nothing but what? Translators. Like what? Suppose Prime Minister Modi, okay, has gone to like what? Japan. So we need one converter.
Yeah,
Okay.
translator.
Yeah, translator, compulsory. Just here, listen that one. Okay, fine. Modi has gone to Japan. We need one Japan translator. Okay, fine. Japan to Hindi or Japan to English, number one. Number two, the same day, Modi has reached the Germany, then what? I need one more converter, right?
Yes.
Right or wrong? Yes. So already Japan translator is there, along with that one more translator, right? Meantime, in the return, he just gone to that like what some of the Greek areas, like what Greek side, like Nairobi, like that he gone. There also he need what one more converter. So likewise, he just traveling wherever he wants that kind of translators. Automatically, what number of people are increased. Instead of that, can you give me a solution? Instead
Yeah,
of
we
number
can
of
take
people,
one
what is
person
the
whoever is speak multiple languages.
Perfect answer. That is MuleSoft. So MuleSoft has so many predefined converters. You need not do that one. You can drag it and you can drop it. See, there is a separate topic is there in MuleSoft that is called as what? Mule palette, like this. Mule palette. So in that mule palette, so many components like what? Connectors are available like this. So many, so many, so many. So you can drag them and you can drop here and write the code. That's it. Then that's over. Simple. It's predefined connectors. That's the reason I given the example of what Chinese fast food. If you want to go for like that Manchuria, what the person is doing, just take that and just preparing within 5 to 10 minutes and giving back. If you want to prepare from the scratch, it takes time. That was earlier, but because of MuleSoft, that's gone. Now everything is what like fast and easily transferring that. So for that kind of conversions, we need MuleSoft people, but resources are not available in the market. So we have so many like what job openings are there. Is it clear here? I hope so. You got the clarity on that. What is a MuleSoft?
Yes, Nikhil.
Yeah, fine. So you want to ask me any questions, please?
Yeah, actually, basically, I am from automation background. How much suitable the MuleSoft for my profile?
So when automation people, most of the people coming to this side also, and moreover in the MuleSoft also you have the testing, unit testing.
Okay, okay.
So we have the testing side also, no problem at all. So if you have the testing background, might be you're going on the MuleSoft testing side, or else like what you have Java knowledge or some other, it's more than enough. But as
Yeah, I have
topics are
for
going on,
we used to use the JavaScript only for Selenium automation.
no, you don't know OOPS concepts.
Yeah, I have an idea about the OOPS concept and everything.
Yes, you know exception handling. You
Little
heard
bit,
about
but
that? No, no, no. You heard about that one. There is exception handling
yeah,
topic is there, right?
yeah, I heard about that exception handling and everything. Yep.
Yes, 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 yes. Like I teach you what is exception handling. Why should you go for that? There is no problem. Because if I asked that one exception handling, you are questioning me what is exception handling, then I surprise it.
Okay.
So what is Tollywood, Bollywood? You have that idea. That's more than enough. I can introduce the heroes. Okay.
Yep.
So like any more questions on that? Shall I stop the demo here?
One query, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm from like non background. I'm like pre-sales while working with
Mhm.
the US clients. I used to supposed to introduce about these technologies, but zero knowledge on the coding and other things. So how I'm suitable for this? Also, as a basic learner, it works.
See, whether you have that one, the sales background or some other one, that is like what, not at all related to this. But programming side,
Mhm.
you wanted at least minimum knowledge you have to learn, like what, at least 1 month you have to spend more time on the system itself. What is hoops, and you have to tune yourself. Since like what
Okay, I
you
mean,
can get 2.5 in the sense, you can get not less than 11 to 12 lakh salary. I mean, LPA.
I'm getting high than 11 to 12. Like IT sales only, we need
Yeah.
skills to US
No, no.
clients.
See, right now I'm just talking about that one initial. Like once you have
Mhm.
that one, if you put that 3 years, 15 LPS coming. See,
Yeah,
salary is not
that
a
is
criteria.
good. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, please.
Mm. Yeah, package is not an issue. I mean, I'm asking about totally. I'm 6 years into this field, so suddenly I'm just jumping to IT.
Yes, yes,
There,
that's
it's
what. That's what
suitable
I'm
as a,
telling that one. See, whether you belongs to the sales side or some other one, it doesn't matter. But whatever the
Mhm.
daily work or daily assignments we are completed or daily topics we are completed, you just complete that particular topics immediately. Then more than enough,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever your feedback, please give to the management, and If you are interested, then we can go on that one towards 7 to 8 likewise, because today we have that one some other scrum call in the evening itself, like you also knows that end of the day, because my project is a international project, like Singapore and USA combination. So that's what the time zone problems are coming. So otherwise, I'll be starting the class by 7 itself. So if it is okay, tomorrow onwards you are interested on the continuation of that one, then by 7 itself, we can start up that. Right? Please
Yeah, sure, Nikhil.
just give your proper feedback to the management, right?
Sure, Nikhil.
Sure.
Thank you.
And thank you so much
Thank you.
for being with me.